open up schools and colleges and stuff. So the first dictionary ever published in America was the Webster's Dictionary, 1828. It's simple. And this is one of the things that we have problem with is words, and you'll see that as we go along. You go to the Webster's 1828 dictionary and look up the term American, it will tell you that they're the copper-colored people found here by the Europeans when the Europeans got here. But now the term is applied to Europeans. So they're telling you in the definition that the Europeans came over here and took your identity. This is good. 1828, what's that, over 200 and some years ago? They're telling you what they did. And we refuse to look at it. I mean, these are so-called scholars in our community. By the way, a scholar in the Negro community or the African-American community is normally an idiot. And I'll back it up. I'm not saying this to be mean or nasty or nothing. I'm going to show you. All the people that you call scholars and great, they're dumb. They've taught you to be an idiot. And this is simple stuff. What I'm going to be showing you tonight is fourth grade stuff. It's nothing that you got to think about. It's nothing that you got to ponder. And yeah, all you got to do is simply, oh, wow. Because it's something that you would want done to you, or you would want something for your children to have. The rest of the term, of the rest of the definition, and this is very important. The rest of the term of America, it tells you that the term America, patriotism. You must be patriotic to the term American. This is because they took your identity and put it on themselves. So you can bow down to them. And all this stuff that they're doing in your name. And one more thing I want to say. This is very important. If you're over 40 and you still believe in all these ideologies that we're going to go through, all you are ensuring is to make sure that our people get off this planet as soon as possible. And the reason I use the age 40 is because two people that were significant in my life, who I learned from, who I watched, was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They both died at 39 years old, but they both died because they came to the realization of what the stuff that they were in was bullshit. And so that's why I give 40 years old the age. If you're 50 and you're still an idiot, there's really nothing that you can do to help us, because you have given your life over to the people that make sure life is miserable for us. So one of the first terms we want to go with is the term black. The term black, really simply, you can look at it a few ways. You can look at it as black. But when you look at the term black, you've never seen nobody black. Look at your cell phone or look at your shoes. Have you ever seen somebody that color? No. Why do you use that term? Because somebody called you that. Your people didn't call themselves black. Somebody called you that, and like a dog, because that's how most African Americans are trained, like dogs. Somebody tells them what to do and they do it. And they're so good, they do it for the rest of their lives. That's why black power never wins. It will never win because it's powerless. Black has no power. Black has no standing in law. Yet we keep using this term, and it doesn't matter how hard you use it, how hard you bark it, it has no purpose. It has no meaning. This is what black means, and this is what black means to people. If you ever looked at a redacted document is something that when you go to the Freedom of Information files, they'll have a document and some of the words are blacked out so you can't understand the document. That's what you're saying when you're saying you're black. So whatever you say, the rest of the world can't understand what you're saying or don't understand what you're saying because they don't speak that language. They speak another language totally different from you. It's like what's the legal language? What's the language they use in law, or the language they use in medicine? You don't understand what they're talking about. That's how you sound to them, because they give you terms and words that you use. You think they mean something to you, and they don't mean nothing. So the term black, you're not black. Nobody, you've never seen nobody black, but yet you say that word like you invented it. This is what kills us. So stop using the term black. I would simply suggest, uh, a friend of mine hit me to the word. If you look at the word American, you have to remember that English weren't the only people that came over here. French people came over here. German people came over here. Spanish people came over here. Scandinavian people came over here. And all these people were calling certain parts where they were setting up certain names. So if you look at America, if you just simply look up the term and break it down and into all the different languages, it'll probably take you 30 minutes to do. Check out the term American, just like Puerto Rican, just like Costa Rica. Costa Rica means rich coast. Puerto Rico means rich port. Why? Because those places, when they got there off the coast, they looked in and was like, damn, these people have it going on. So what does American mean? Rich soul people. Rich soul people. Isn't that you? Isn't that who Aretha Franklin is? Isn't that who Michael Jackson is? Isn't that how you are when you get all riled up and emotional? Aren't you soul people? Rich soul folks, that's who you are. But you don't go by that. You don't take the time to go look up certain terms. You don't take the time to sit down with somebody and have a 20-minute conversation. You get mad if they say something that you don't like. Trust me. I've been doing this for a minute, and we get mad. And but what you mad for? We don't even know. We just get upset. So these terms that we use, they don't represent who we are. They cut us off the land. They cut us off the land, and it allows other people, other foreigners to come in and seize your land. And you're left homeless in your own land. And that's what's going on right now. Right? So you're not black.